bigger than you. Most cats fail to realize exactly what they're going against in this game. This game is bigger than me, bigger than you, bigger than what we can fathom. Most of the time in these podcasts, I've been taking you up a notch in your understanding of what's going on. You know what I mean? How much money is really flowing and glowing through these streets. How the game is really set up. You know what I mean? And as a result of that, the logical next step is for anyone who, with this kind of knowledge, to really say to themselves, this shit is bigger than what I thought it was. It's bigger than me, it's bigger than you, it's bigger than everybody. And I bring this up because it lets you know the mind state of the person who thinks they're going to topple it, who thinks they're going to bring it down. You know what I mean? When I tell you I don't go out in no rallies or nothing like that, because I know that shit ain't going to work. A whole bunch of motherfuckers with a megaphone ain't going to bring nothing down. When I tell you I ain't voting for this dumb shit, I know how the game is set up. You know what I mean? To give you an idea that you could stop the country from going to war because all the people say we don't want to go to war, and then they still send motherfuckers to war. You know what I'm saying? The game is set up a certain way. It's bigger than most of us can really realize and shit. So all this shit that you see cats out here doing is either they're motherfucking ignorant, which I'm close to believing, or they think that, you know what I mean, all that hope and prayer shit gonna actually push the needle on this shit. And you gotta realize that, you know what I'm saying, it hasn't worked yet. You know what I mean? The motherfuckers, we're gonna organize, we're gonna grab it, we're gonna sing, we're gonna make a funny ass name, we're gonna do this here, and we're gonna stop big corporations, we're gonna stop the government, we're gonna stop big government, we're gonna stop. You ain't gonna stop shit. You understand what I'm saying? What I do on the Rise and Grind, young homie, is not for you to go out and fight that bullshit war, homie. You going into a gunfight with a goddamn stick. You understand what I'm saying? It's to equip you so you don't even have to be in that shit. See, in this game, man, if you don't got your money right, you get manipulated. You get manipulated at work. Motherfuckers tell you what time to come to work. You can't be with your kids. Your kids go learn some fuck-ass education so they can come back into the same system and do the same shit again. You go in debt with your house. You go in debt with your car. You go in debt just to live life. So on the RNG, homie, I tried to offer a solution to this bullshit. You know what I mean? So you could see a way out of it. And $1.15, that's what I was trying to give you the blueprint. I'm not worried about the book going double platinum, homie. I'm hoping that it gets to the right people so it can better your folk one by one. You dig what I'm saying? The Bible ain't the bestseller either. It got to the right people. It kept pushing. I'm hoping my book does the same. But you got to realize that all these feeble attempts that motherfuckers out on this street complaining about, you know what I'm saying? We should do this in the government, and we should overthrow the man, and man, all this shit is just shows these motherfuckers don't got no goddamn angle. See, this do for self thing that I try to put on the RNG on a daily basis, homie, is for you to understand that this is a mandatory thing. A lot of y'all motherfuckers believe it's a you know, that would be cool if I get my own business, that would be cool, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna start off and I'm gonna do this, and then it's mandatory. You ain't gonna get out of this shit, homie, unless you get your money up. And getting your money up don't mean you ain't in it still. It just means that motherfuckers can't push you around so goddamn much. You understand what I'm saying? See, other motherfuckers with no chips get pushed around, young partner. That's the way the game is. If you listen and you pay attention to all these rallies and all this shit, somebody didn't pay me enough. Women don't get paid high enough. These motherfuckers getting pushed around, homie, because their chips ain't right. You know what I'm saying? If your chips is right, what the fuck? Hey, man, I don't even gotta participate in that old bullshit. You understand what I'm saying? It's important that you learn how to start your own business. It's important that you push yourself even though you doubt yourself to get something of your own. It's important that you pay off your house. It's important that you ain't out here tricking like everybody else, being happy to live next to a mall, going in there showing motherfuckers that you can, with the same power to build, you over here buying bullshit. You over here doing drugs. You over here doing pills. I mean, it's amazing the feeble-minded motherfuckers that's in this game that don't understand what's exactly going on. You know what I mean? And then you got the paranoid motherfuckers who will say, hey, Freeman, but you know, the government still tax you. And goddamn, man, you know, I mean, we can't escape it. We on their land. That's what you got to understand, homie. We on their land. We don't know who they are yet, but we are on their land with their rules. You dig what I'm saying? This is a big plantation, homie. They got everybody you see running around like ants trying to figure out a way to get to heaven and shit, and then get on top of a game they can't get on top of. You know what I'm saying? It's because they want you to have a certain understanding, and then they want you to go through this Monopoly-ass game, homie. Let me explain game to you real quick. When most of you cats are young, you go through elementary school, junior high, then high school. Then you go on to college. If you don't go on to college, they make you feel like a failure because you ain't, realistically, you ain't a failure, homie. It's just that you won't produce as much as a cat coming out of college. You hear that fucking statistic all the time. People who graduate with a degree produce this much more money. But realistically, homie, that's like saying cows that are more healthy drank 10 gallons more milk. I mean, it's the same motherfucking angle, homie. It's just made you sound like, wow, people, you're a better producer. You do this. You contribute to society. All this shit you hear is to keep your punk ass fucking towing the line, being a cow in this game. You understand what I'm saying? You should do this. You should do this. And then you get the motherfuckers who think they on top of the game and they learn from the devil. So they think, how am I gonna, I gotta capitalize, I gotta exploit people, I gotta do this shit. But I'm gonna call it something else. I'm gonna call it getting a record deal. I'm gonna call it, points on the package. I'm gonna call it's no different than selling dope, homie. I'm gonna put your shit up on consignment. You gonna push that pack, partner. You come on back and give me my money. You know what I'm saying? You getting 10 cents on a dollar. I guess it's better than one. You know what I'm saying? It's the same hustle. So you can't go with a motherfucker who don't understand how to get out of the game. He just want to be part of the game. That's the majority of cats in this game, homie. Once they get up off the ground, they say, well, how can I be down with the devil? How can I do it exactly like them? How can I be sitting courtside the Lakers game with one of these devils with their arm on my shoulder, showing everybody I'm successful? How can I go rub shoulders? How can I win the white people's awards and shit? How can I do that? Because once I get on the Billboard Top 10, once I get the Academy Award, I'm on top of my game. How can I get more money than them? And then you have the motherfuckers who really don't understand, always trying to tell you, this is the motherfuckers in our race that, black people make 75% of what white men make. What the fuck you care, homie? Get your money up. And of course we ain't gonna make 100% under a white man's rule, under their company, under their business. You think a white man's gonna make 100% under mine? You think a white man's gonna make 100% under the Mexicans? Stop giving us shit that don't mean nothing. You know what I'm saying? Like they aren't being fair. What the fuck? Money ain't fair. This game ain't fair. I don't know where this bullshit, poppycock bullshit, you know what I'm saying, weak-minded motherfuckers, man. And don't get it twisted, homie. I love my people for fighting. They just fighting the wrong war. Shut the fuck up, stack your chips, teach your kids better, and watch what happened in one generation. Teach your kids how to hustle. Teach them how to build something for themselves. Teach them to stop trying to be white. Trying to be, watch too much MTV. You know what I'm saying? We popping pills. Black people ain't never popped no goddamn pills. Here we go with the wannabe white shit. Next thing you know, one of y'all motherfuckers gonna blow your head off with Kurt Cobain. This game is big, homie. The con is big. The con is in every thread of your body, from you waking up in the morning to taking a shower to paying for the hot water. You dig what I'm saying? This shit is big. The game is way bigger than you think. I know that. I don't play around with none of that shit. You don't see me walking down the street holding some signs saying we shall overcome. You don't hear me singing no goddamn Negro spirituals, do you? You know what I'm saying? Motherfuckers trying to throw rocks at the kingdom and shit without no guns. We all out here and we gonna sit here until, like, motherfuckers, the funniest shit to me is those sit-ins, but I'm gonna sit here until you ready. Motherfucker, sit your bitch ass down. You know what I'm saying? We gonna bring national attention. That shit only work with the merchants. If you make McDonald's feel that black people ain't gonna go to get a Big Mac, them motherfuckers will make a difference because they know, oh shit, we don't want 100 million. They trying to think about money. But the government and bigger shit, man, fuck you. That's straight up, man, fuck you. I'm elected here. I'm gonna keep on doing, I'm rolling with a class of rich folks that got power to change your life. You know what I'm saying? I'll demolish your project. You know what I'm saying? Make you motherfuckers live way the fuck out. I'll make it hard for you to live. You know what I'm saying? What you gonna do about it? Cry? Since you on drugs, punk motherfucker, you ain't gonna do nothing. A motherfucker on a drugged up mind ain't no killer. You know what I'm saying? Motherfucker can't handle the stress. That's why he's always drinking and drugging. You gotta realize, man, this game is way bigger than most of us have ever been taught. You know what I'm saying? What's really going on, homie, is this. There's a massive plantation. In the con, they found this, like I put it on one of those podcasts before in the title. We can kill everybody, we can enslave everybody, or we can give them some bullshit. They gave us some bullshit. And that's why none of us will ever get to the top. Because the mind state you got ain't the one. You know what I'm saying? It should be important for you to square some shit away so nobody can take it away from you. It should be important to you that you learn the right knowledge, not just some general shit. It should be important to you that you ain't out here wasting your time, you know what I'm saying, trying to, or having beefs with motherfuckers who ain't going nowhere. I don't have no beef with nobody. Man, whatever, homie. I mean, man, you know, Freeman, you do that. Man, look, man, I want peace, homie. So I'm going to get out your way as you go about tricking and going to the strip club and drinking and showing motherfuckers that you got BMWs. I'm gonna leave you alone. I'm gonna get out your lane, homie. Because I want you to be prosperous. I hope you reach the top, homie. And whatever bullshit pursuit, whatever fantasy island, I Dream a Genie, you know, Disney World ride you on in this life, homie, I'm gonna back up. I'm gonna give you your space to be a punk. You know what I'm saying? Because this game is bigger than that. The reason why I'm on this podcast every time is to open your mind to the bigness of this shit. To free my people. When I say my people, I mean black folks. To free my people of a certain mentality that don't work, that has not worked, that we know will never work. You dig what I'm saying? It just won't work, but we keep believing it because nobody is smart enough, first of all, to give you an alternative to the bullshit that you live. To the day in, day out grind of being, people don't give us a chance. To the day in, day out grind of black folks telling you, we don't like working with black folks. We don't like living with black folks. Because nobody is giving you an alternative but to hate yourself. And then you got smart motherfuckers who want to diagnose, you know, Freeman, we hate ourselves. You know, it's a slave. Well, thanks for the diagnosis, goddamn doctor. Now give us a solution. And they don't got one. You got a bunch of motherfuckers who don't realize the bigness of the situation we in. And don't have not one remedy, homie, for it. We don't even need to learn anything past fucking elementary school, homie. And then after that, we can learn how to start a business and file the paperwork and do what we need to do. And we'll be much better off. Much better. The average immigrant that come over didn't graduate from high school. Probably didn't graduate from barely made it out of elementary. How does he make it? Because he understands math and he understands money, which is the two things you need. And I'm talking about elementary math. This game is bigger than all of us. All you got is a piece of motherfucking land. All I got is a piece of motherfucking land. Not like any other paranoid cat. The government can come and seize it from you anytime. The government can declare eminent domain on your ass and put a highway right over your house. But you right, young homie. But in this game, I got to get out of being burdened by other people and other folks. I got to get out of being, you know, my money going to help somebody else without helping myself. You got to learn to be selfish. Doing for self is selfish. I'm going to make myself better. I'm going to do something to better my family. You understand what I'm saying? My son, my daughter, my wife, my life. But if you mix it up with that other shit, oh man, well, you should give 10% tithe to the Lord. The Lord ain't coming. I know that hurt a lot of y'all motherfuckers' feelings, but the Lord ain't coming. You ain't seen him yet. So why we still here on this earth and we got to do what we got to do, realize how big this game really is. And it's bigger than you. Bigger than me. Bigger than what you probably can fathom at this time. That motherfuckers own banks. Or, you know, all of the loans are going through one or two banks. Millions and billions of dollars. You know what I'm saying? Instead, the news reports on you how much money they made so you can feel, since you believe in the American dream, that one day I'm going to be rich like them too. You ain't going to be rich. You ain't doing one thing that a rich person would do to be rich. How the fuck you going to get there? You dig what I'm saying? When you hear these solutions to these problems, there's only one. All right, I'm just letting you know. All the rest of this, let's rally. That ain't it. Let's vote. That ain't it. You understand me? Let's prove to white folks that we're good people. That ain't it. Let's walk right. Let's stop doing this. That ain't it. You know what I'm saying? All this shit ain't it. The only thing you can do in life, and the same thing I've been telling you throughout these history books, is to try to get something of your own. These civil wars are for their own. These wars that they have control over their own. We have to get to the mindset that we're trying to get to our own. Fuck all them other conversations. You know what I'm saying? It's because of women like Real Housewives that make us look bad. Motherfucker, you poor. You look bad anyway, bitch. What are you doing? You know what I'm saying? In a society where everybody values material possessions, the motherfucker with the lack of material possessions looks like shit. This is the way this game is set up. At least the illusion of the game. The illusion of the game is for you to have all this material possessions. You know what I'm saying? They don't want the same dude who took the dollar, you know what I'm saying, and start thinking about how he's going to build an empire. They don't want that. They want the dude with the dollar to go enjoy himself. To go walking in the park and get a new pair of Jordans. I got some J's. You know what I'm saying? You don't got no K's, you got some J's. I'm talking about thousands and shit. That motherfucker's still on shoes. You understand what I'm saying? You got the potential to be a killer in this game, and your ass is shooting at fucking targets. You know what I'm saying? They are practicing for what? Nothing? So the game is bigger than you think. And I want you to always remember that. Because when you see these feeble-minded attempts from these motherfuckers who got no goddamn idea, who just want to sing and hold hands, it's the same thing that happens when somebody gets shot on the block, homie, and everybody come out and put bullshit candles. My Mexican homies put the candles out on the block, and then they sing songs and they cry together. It ain't bringing that motherfucker back. You understand what I'm saying? You're just feeling better about celebrating someone's life, but he ain't coming back, young partner. And if you don't get on top of your shit, you ain't coming back. You ain't gonna never make it. It ain't one of them things where, you know what I'm saying, where if one day I'm just gonna be talented enough and disciplined enough to do some self. Man, what the fuck we waiting on? Christmas? Another white man? You gotta realize, young partner, that this game is an active game. This game is something that we all gotta be part of. This game is something that we gotta win. It's a man's endeavor. It is your life's journey. All this other shit is a lie. We gotta get in gear, get on top of our shit, and get something done, homie. We can't just be sitting here saying, oh, you know, the white man on my neck. He is, because you don't own shit. He on every poor man's motherfucker's neck. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to go into business like that, because, you know what I'm saying? They do shit. I was watching a film the other night. Good documentary called My Brooklyn. My Brooklyn, right? White lady made this documentary. I watched it last night. And they were talking about how gentrification came to the park, Slow, Fort Greene. I used to live over in that area. I know exactly what you're talking about. I didn't know they destroyed Fulton Mall. I haven't been in New York in a while. You know what I mean? But when I was over in New York, I would go to downtown Brooklyn, right? Fulton Mall, Church Street and all that shit. I used to be around there a lot. I lived close to there. So it used to always be my folks, my Caribbean folks and black folks, right? And it's just like any other strip, Crenshaw, any other strip in life where you have a lot of things that cater toward black folks with Koreans and everybody else running through it. But the city decided that this is good land and we could turn it into something else. Of course, they wanted to turn it into more white people. That's the real goal, but we're going to get condos and better food and all this shit. And all the shit that black people don't eat, right? I mean, we do eat Panera bread, but it ain't in droves. They haven't put a Panera bread over in Harlem yet, or Compton. I guess I'm not in Harlem. I don't know. It might be one day. But the people were trying to complain like, look, you're kicking us all out. But they don't own shit. They didn't own the buildings. They were just renters. If you don't own something in this game, hold on, let me tell you, RNG rule number 1, if you never remember me a day in your motherfucking life, homie, own something outright. I mean, pay it off. Don't let the bank still have a part. Don't get a second mortgage like the rest of these bitches. Own your shit. Because when the thing comes around for them to make a lot of money, they're going to have to buy you out. Here you go with chips. But the rest of them, the whole film's like, oh, it's changing, and, you know, the people, where did all these black people go? The same way all the other black people go, the fuck away from where the money being made. You powerless against this shit unless you pick up a sword and figure this game out, homie. Don't be sitting here listening to these motherfuckers. I don't listen to all them. You know, we gonna march and we gonna do this and all this shit still happening. Still liquor in the hood, still drugs in the hood. Ain't nobody coming to save black folks. Oh, dumb motherfuckers over here rallying for nothing. Praying for nothing. Your God hasn't delivered. White Jesus ain't come yet, motherfucker. The game is bigger than most of these motherfuckers think. Don't waste your time, young partner, jumping into the causes of a loser. Of someone who don't understand that these motherfuckers moving mountains. You over here pushing pencils. You know what I'm saying? If we all join together and come together like Voltron. If we hold hands and we might unite, and God, wherever 4 of us or 5 of us are gathered, God is there. Man, shut the fuck up. This game is way bigger. You dealing with the devil, young partner. Stop using God's ways against the devils and understand the ways this shit's going down. Empower yourself. Own some shit. Start a business. If you ain't doing that, homie, you losing. You gonna be another casualty in this game, homie. Next time, partner.